Today, we're turning discs like that into that. Let's go. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am John Luke and this is John Luke Resells. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, it's the long awaited video. It is the unboxing and review, kind of, going through the steps of using the JFJ Easy Pro. It's a disc resurfacer machine. I've had no experience with it yet, but today we're going to dive into it and see how we get on. If you are new around here, I am a part-time reseller on eBay, looking to go full-time in the future, just showing my journey on YouTube. These machines are quite hard to get hold of. I did pay £200 on Amazon when they did have a restock about a month ago. I'm not sure if they're still in stock at the minute, but they are linked down below. Maybe they might be in stock, but yeah, we'll see how we get on anyway. Let's crack it open. Alright then, so I've moved to the wide angle lens on the iPhone 11. We're going to crack open the box. I've got one hand, so we'll see how we get on. But yeah, let's get right into it. So I won't show you my address for obvious reasons. It is in a nice, simple DHL box. You've got the hints and tips sheet there. If you want to have a pause on that and have a read of that, read through the instructions thoroughly before starting. So it's got all the sandpaper bits and bobs there you need to know. Nice to have that there. And then we've just got a little box ready to slice open. Alright, so there's the box. It's smaller than I thought, to be honest. Little hand size comparison. Not too much bigger than my hand. JFJ Easy Pro, your ultimate solution for disc repair. Made in the USA, it is imported over. It's got the UK on the top. Got the little blade. We'll just slice the box open. Make sure that we don't cut ourselves or anything like so. And we will crack it open. See what else we've got in here. So we've got more manuals. Let's have a look here. We've got the operating instructions, which is also very nice to have. All the bits and bobs about the solutions and the pads and stuff. We've got solution 1 and 2, the blue one and the white one. We've got both the sandpaper pads, so we'll have a read through those. We've even got it in a French form. So merci d'avoir acheté notre machine JFJ Easy Pro. Okay, that's pretty good, I thought. Pretty good. Right, we've got polystyrene. We've got polystyrene. Let's try and get some of this out. One-handed. It's not doing too great. Right, I'm going to put it down. One sec. Wow, it's so small. It's so small. What? I expected it to be massive. There's no way. Is this like a mini version? What? It's tiny. It just looks so much bigger when you see it on videos and stuff. That's crazy. Look, man. That's mad. So yeah, it's cuter than I thought. It's like a little mini version. I'm pretty sure this is the regular one that everyone has. Maybe not. Let's get into it. So we've got some sandpaper stuff. Got like a little microfiber wipe, like a cloth there to wipe them down afterwards. And there it is. Right, so there we have it. JFJ Easy Pro. You got the scratch side, the good side after use. Got the little buttons, 10, 20, 1 minute and 2 minute. The on button, power cable, everything you'd expect. We have got the sandpaper sheets there. I think you stick those on. Sanding pads, very basic, like so. And then you put the sandpaper on top like that, like a sticky thing. You then have your buffer pads. So you got your buffer pads, you've got your sandpaper pads, and then your sandpaper sheets to go on top. Microfiber cloth. Everything you'd expect, really. Nothing new. I'm sure you've seen this before. Just kind of my take on it, my spin on it. Anyway, JFJ Easy Pro. For safety, always close lid before operating. Pretty basic stuff. You've got the little shrink wrap on top. We will take that off in all its glory in a second. Comes off pretty easily. Blu-ray disc friendly. What we'll do, we'll pop the top off. It might be stuck down somehow. We'll just have to check with that. It looks like there is some kind of wrap keeping it on. So let me just, there's some wrap inside there. Get that off. There we go. Get it open then. So, looking very nice, very smart. Get that off the front. Get it off. Right, so we've got our two solutions. We have got solution number 1, which is the polishing compound. We've got solution number 2, which is not also a polishing compound. Number 2 you do use first. Number 1 you do use second. In most cases, I think you'd only have to use this, really. You won't be using too much of that. But yeah, we'll see how we can get on now. We've got a little spray as well, which is a anti-static spray cleaner. And that's to get a bit of dust, fingerprints off there, protective coating. So yeah, I think you might use this after you've used the machine, just to get off the little bit of residue and stuff. Pretty basic inside, as you think. You put your disc there, and you put your pad there. Bish, bash, bosh, vroom, 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 and it's nice and clean again. So what we're going to do now, we're going to get the Xbox on, get the monitor on, you know, get a few games out. Got PS1 games, 360 games, Wii games, and we'll all give them a run through, see how we get on with it. But up to now, so far, so good. Very impressed. Okay, so we have a fairly dodgy Xbox 360 and a fairly dodgy Xbox 360 game. We've got Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. And as you should be able to see, yeah, it's ridiculous, isn't it? Yeah, you can probably guess that this is going to be unreadable, but we'll just make sure that it is unreadable. All right, so I just had to sign in there, and as you can see there, unrecognized disc. So what we're going to do, we're going to pop it back out and see what we can do with this Need for Speed. I'll just give you another look at the disc before we do pop it in. Some really pretty deep scratches, to be honest. We're not sure, and I'm not sure, that this is actually going to be able to be salvageable. But what we're going to do, we'll run it under the very fine sandpaper first, which will show you, for about 5 to 7 seconds. And then we'll get it polishing then. So yeah, let's have a quick look at that. Not in great shape at all. Alright guys, so we do have the soft sandpaper. And we're going to stick this on the sanding buffer there. Alright guys, so I've put the sandpaper inside there, as you can see. Stuck it on, and then it just goes in the little hole there. We've got the disc. We did have the disc, as you can see there. Terrible condition. Well, you're going to take this off first, which is the little start thing. We're going to pop that on there. And then we have a little screw cap to screw it on. See if we can do it with one hand. Hopefully we can. We're getting there. There we go. So, disc is secure, sandpaper is down there. We're just going to go for it. Drop it on. This does scratch the discs. What it's meant to do is take some of the deeper scratches out, and then you can buffer it later with the solution, hopefully making it look lovely. So, to make sure we do turn that on, as you can see there, I'm going to go for, just make sure that's on there, 10 seconds. Ten seconds is up. We're going to pop it off, if we can do so. There we go. As you can see there on the disc now, it has been scratched up all the way around. We're going to take this little bit off. I'll just do that with two hands, like so. That wide angle camera really does help out. So, you don't need to take this out. I just wanted to take it out to show you for the purpose of the video. So, as you can see there, very lightly scratched all the way around. Looks almost very hazy and cloudy. So that's very lightly scratched. It's been through sandpaper. So we'll pop that back on there. We didn't actually need to take it off, but as I said, for the purpose of the video, we will do that. We shall pop this knob back on there. As you can see on the sandpaper now, it's got like a little circle in the middle. So what you should do is just write an S in the middle of there, just to let yourself know that it is the soft sandpaper. And then on the coarse one, you put C for coarse or tougher sandpaper, or whatever you wanna call it. So next up, we're gonna get another buffer pad and get that in the machine. Okay, so now we have the soft buffer pad. You've got the Velcro on the bottom there, so that faces down. You pop it on. There's Velcro in the machine, like so. That's nice and safe on there. Brand new pad going in. Then what we need to do now is get the solution out. Okie dokie. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna put the solution just there where the disc will fall into place. That should be enough. I think it might be a little bit too much, but first time, we may as well just go for it. We're gonna pop this down, make sure that is just in line. Make sure that is just in line there on the disc. Yeah, it was kind of too much. You can see it's just come off across there. So it might flick everywhere. But the machine is meant to get messy. So what we're going to do now, we're going to blast it through for 2 minutes. little bit of solutions just flicked up on the top here, but hopefully it's working its magic, and we get a nice clean disc after it. We'll see how it gets on. I'll come back to you in about 2 minutes. Okay, the moment of truth. 2 minutes are up. Let's see how we get on. Ooh, that disc is looking nice. That disc is looking nice. Right, what we're gonna do now, just unscrew the little connector there, pop the disc off, and we'll just show you before I do wipe it down with the cloth. But as you can see there, that is looking a lot better. So what I'll do, I'll just grab this cloth out, give it a wipe, and we'll have another look. So we've got our lovely brand new cloth. We'll give this a little wipe to see where we stand with it. So just going to go around the edges. That's where the solution does kind of gather as well. And then we'll get the thumbprints off. Like I've just put my thumb on there a little bit. We'll give it a spray with our new solution. So that is the anti-static spray cleaner. It's basically a disc cleaner. You can get like a disc spray, can't you, from anywhere. So it's nothing special. And yeah, let's have a nice close look. We've obviously got a couple of little scratches. As you can see, there's a couple here, which would come out with another couple of minutes. It's the middle there, really, that you're looking at. Obviously, that is not really going to be, you know, on the pad. That's covered by the pad, so you're not really going to get the scratches out of that middle bit. So what we're going to do, we're going to pop it in the Xbox, see if we get it playing, and we'll get back to you. Okie dokie, the moment of truth. See how we get on. So we're not connecting to Xbox Live, thank you. So it's reading the disc, which is positive. And there we go, it looks like it's loading up. Need for Speed, Hot Pursuit. Yeah, as you can see here. Whoop. Just starting to load there. So that is awesome. So the first disc we have done has resurfaced it in a good way. It's got rid of most of the deeper scratches. If I wanted it to be a perfect disc, I could put it back in, give it another zap with the 2 minutes on the lighter polish. But yeah, I'm really, really happy with that. So my first thoughts on the JFJ, really positive experience, really easy and simple to use. I used both the sandpaper pad and I used the buffer pads with one of the solutions. Could use the other one, but it's pretty much the same process anyway. What we're going to do now, we're going to just, you know, zap through a few more discs, PS1, maybe some Wii discs and stuff like that, and just see how we get on with those. But from here on out, we're going to be cleaning more discs, so I hope you stay with me. We'll have a little chat while we're doing it and answer a few questions that the subscribers have asked. So this isn't official, you know, from JFJ, but I know many resellers that when they run out of this stuff, it's really expensive. They do use they do use car polish. I think you can literally get both the compounds in car polish. So yeah, I will, you know, I'll add them on the screen somewhere. I'll just make sure I'll like get in touch with the resellers that do use them, just to make sure they're the correct ones. But yeah, you don't have to use these all the time, you know. The car polish does do exactly the same job to an extent. So yeah, these are really expensive and, you know, quite hard to get. So if you can save some money and, you know, top up with a big, like a really big bottle of car polish, you know, you're onto a winner. So yeah, I'll make sure I do add that over on the screen somewhere. Alright, so what I did just then, I did just pop on Instagram Live, just to speak to a few of the viewers, just to get a couple of questions for this segment of the video. So what we're going to do, we're going to go through a few games that I'm going to pop in the JFJ, some values, see what we can get for them. You know, if they broke, they're worth 0. If they fix, you know, we can get some good money for them. So I'm just going to pop a few in for the purpose of this video. Obviously, I've got a ton of games that I can go through, which I will be going through off the camera. Can't show everything, can I? So we've got Guilty Gear on the PS1. It's about £8 to £10 game there. Point Blank 2, same again, about a £10 game. People got it up for a bit more, some a bit less. Some getting 15 for it. It's in nice shape, so we'll see what we can get for that. We've also got Digimon on the Digimon World, Digimon, on the PS1 Platinum. People getting about 20 to 25 on that one. Just have a look at the disc on this. So the Digimon disc, couple of scratches on there. You know, not really light scratches as well, so you might have a little bit of a sand on that, 5 seconds or so. But just want to make sure they're in nice condition for sale, make sure they're working. We've got Star Wars The Clone Wars on the 360 as well, which is quite dinked up as well. Get about a 10 on that one. And yeah, it just needs a bit of a buffer on that. But yeah, it's the beauty of using it. 2 minutes to use the JFJ. it can make, what, £10-20 in a use. You can buy a game that's really scratched up, and, you know, you might say to the seller, you know, it's really scratched, you know what I mean? You might get a bit of money off. You might, you know, they might just say, oh, have it. You don't know what's going to happen, but you can take a risk on a game that you wouldn't normally take a risk on. I look really white in this light. Let me just turn myself down. That's a bit better. So yeah, you can take a risk on a game that you wouldn't normally take a risk on. Might be scratched to hell, you know, not cracked in half, like, but, you know, really scratched up. Pay £1 for it, could turn into 20. All right, so I did ask a couple of questions from the subscribers on Instagram. Like I said, I don't know why I went off a tangent there. So David_resells_collects_, so many underscores there. He said, do you think the lockdown will be extended? I do think things will open again on December the 2nd. I've seen the daily deaths are still, you know, around about 500. We're just going to have to see, really. If we do open up again, I think there'll be another one. So it really depends. I know they won't want to open pubs, bars and restaurants around Christmas or New Year for obvious reasons. So, you know, there's no right answer for that. I really don't know. You kind of just don't know what's going through the government's mind now, do you? So, yeah, that's my guess. Charlotte Cocaine, not cocaine, underscore. She said, do you do better selling media or general stuff? And it really just does depend on how much you're picking up. If you can find a really good bulk of media, it's so easy and quick to sell. Large letter, £20, £30. But it's coming across it. General stuff, there's more general stuff than media. You know, anything but media. So there's no right answer for that as well. I love dealing in media. It's just getting hold of it. Facebook, getting your bundles and stuff like that, getting loads of games off the car boots. You can do really well off media, but you can also do really well on general stuff. So, yeah, I couldn't really say which to do better off. If I went more on the media side, I do really well on the media side. But general stuff, you know, it's bread and butter. It goes really well as well. Thanks for the question, Charlotte. And then at Bailey.resell on Instagram, I asked, what conditioner do you use? And the answer to that is, it's the one in Aldi. I'm not sure what they call it, but it's the big bottle in Aldi. That's all I can give you. I think it's a white bottle. The grey bottle's the shampoo. The white bottle is the conditioner. I've used quite a few bits in the past though, so, you know, it does the job. It's not a cheap, you know, it's not cheap. It's pretty decent, so, you know, pretty good. That is your answer there, Bailey. Thanks for your question, Bailey. Point Blank 2 got quite a lot of scratches on there, as you can see. Quite a few deep ones as well, so we're just going to give that 5 or 10 seconds underneath the sandpaper, the fine sandpaper, and then we'll give it a buffer afterwards. Sandpaper is in, disc is on there, screw cap goes on, pop it down, 10 seconds, up it goes, disc comes off, it's scratched the surface, but it's going to take that top layer off to take off the deeper scratches. Then we want to put the white pad in, take the sandpaper out, white pad in, disc back on. Doesn't have to leave there, just to show you, just for the purpose of the video. Then we're using the white pad, so we want to use the white solution. Disc goes down, press is on, 2 minutes on the clock, away we go. Alright, so as easy as that. I did it kind of like a quick kind of scenario there. Sandpaper off, solution, back on, take it off kind of thing. Just to show you how quick the process can be. Obviously I've slowed it down for the purpose of the video. Unscrew that, take that off, give that a wipe with our spray. And then it's nice and clean and ready to sell. Woohoo! So guys, my phone is on 2%, so I'm going to love you and leave you here. I hope you did enjoy the video, and I hope you do consider purchasing a JFJ in the future. It will be a really, really good investment for yourselves. This video isn't sponsored. This is just a genuine opinion of mine. It's going to save you a lot of money. Obviously, if you get broken games, you want to fix them up, sell them on. So it's a really good product. I would recommend it. Before you do leave today, please hit that like button. It makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside, as James Collects would say. I really appreciate your support. So yeah, hit that like button. Leave a comment down below. What do you think of the JFJ? Would you consider buying one? Is it right for you? Let me know down below. So that is today's question of the day. Would you purchase a JFJ Easy Pro? Would you, and why? Or wouldn't you, and why? There is some videos to my left They're definitely over there. I'm telling you, they're over there today. I really appreciate you for joining me today on this journey of disc resurfacing. I'll see you very soon, guys. Peace out. Boom.